Out of the car. Out of the car. Hands behind your back. Out of the car. Hands behind your back. Don't fight with us. Forget your phone for now. Stop resisting us, or we're going to dump you on the ground.
I'm not. I'm not resisting at all. I'm not resisting, dude. I don't have nothing on me.
It's in the bag. It's in the car that we're concerned about.
I just
stop. Here, who we're driving?
How? They clearly told us.
Yeah, we'll get them back.
Listen, we was doing that because we didn't have nothing. Okay, I got you. Don't leave.
Let me see.
Can I get my slimes?
We'll get them for you in a second.
Sir, listen, I understand what I was doing, but we it's literally just us, we teens, sir.
I don't care how old
I know.
Wrong is wrong.
I know, sir. I know. I understand. I'm not saying that I'm not.
Sit tight. Watch your leg.
Uber driver, we're getting him out of here.
Do we have his info?
That's all the stolen shit I expect. That's what they're called, the Uber truck.
Okay.
They stole the shit from the Verizon, called the Uber, got picked up and hauled out, and they took off this way. Just go back to the car.
Running my phone, sir.
Got whatever was on the ground. I've got your phone.
My phone right here.
Phone's right here, and you slide it here.
Like, it was I'm sorry, man. I don't even go to jail like that. It was a misunderstanding.
I think that's hers, and that's theirs as well. All right, do we want them? Are we good in her car, or do we want to move her to one of our P-Park cars so we can take them back?
Yeah, throw in your car, dude.
Yeah.
It's already searched, right? Throw in your car so we can get them out of here, and then wherever, if you want to go back to Walmart and do all that, or
Yeah, that's what we have to do.
Yeah.
I got to get to the bottom of this.
Yeah.
But they've got, obviously, every description in the world and everything matches.
Oh, absolutely.
Can I get my body back?
We're just going to swap her out.
Sure.
Good catch, thank you.
Yeah. I thought the same thing when I first saw him drive by. I was like,
Because it was empty?
a lone person.
Yeah.
And then the second I got behind him, I saw like a little head pop up, and I was like, oh.
Yeah.
Man.
Of course, he stops right there.
Yep.
I know, it's funny. How's it going? God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. God bless you. You're the type of person that makes the world what it is.
You don't know shit. What's up with saying, man?
Yeah. God bless you. You have the right to remain silent. God bless you.
Me, sir.
What's that?
That's all me.
Listen, how old are you?
I'm 19. I'm 20.
All right. Just go back to Walmart? Yeah. You can keep her in the car outside.
Sir, that was all me. I'm telling you, that was
Buddy,
all me.
you both are taking credit for it, which is stupid, so we're just going to deal with it.
No, but that was me.
10-12 with adult male, 51 back to Walmart. Buddy, I have to do my investigation. I'll talk to you when I've got it
But
done.
like, if they want me to pay for it, I can pay for it too.
That is not an option now.
So it's up to the grocery store?
I have to watch the video. I have to talk to the victim.
Would I have a chance to speak with any of them?
You're gonna speak with me once I've done my initial part of my investigation.
No, I'm saying like
Freedom Tower 13 and 911 hangar 7150 Bryan Dairy Road.
No, that's not going to happen. Not with you getting pulled over by 4 police cars. Right now, the reason they called us is because a crime occurred.
Yeah.
So now there's probable cause for your arrest based on the information provided.
Yes, sir.
So what has to happen next is I have to conduct my investigation.
Yes, sir.
Pulling that car over with you two concealed in the back seat is part of that investigation. There's probable cause just based on the information provided alone to take you into custody.
Yes.
So now I have to complete my investigation to verify exactly what happened. Right? If I go there and I do my investigation and probable cause no longer exists, then it's a different story.
Yes, but I'm saying I'm pretty sure they'll allow me to pay for everything that I took. in that bag. I'm pretty sure they allow me to pay for it if I can.
With my knowledge of how Walmart does their business, that's not going to be the case. I could be wrong,
Yes, sir.
but that's the conversation I have to have when I go in there with them.
My mom just died. That's the reason we feeling right now. We literally
adult female back to
all
Walmart.
I'm trying to do was get something to eat. I understand it was very wrong. I know I was wrong. I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. I take full accountability for my actions. I will pay for it.
Well, you and I are in the same boat. I haven't been to the store yet, so I don't know exactly how this process is going to play out.
Yes, sir.
But like I said, I have no doubt you're the people, you and her were the two people they were talking about for this call for service. So we have to go back there. We've got to figure out exactly what's going on.
We're going to tell you we were shoplifting.
Okay.
But what I'm saying is, sir, if they will allow me, can you please ask them, can I pay for the stuff?
Listen, I cannot ask them to do anything. They have to do it of their own choice and their own volition.
How would they know if I want to pay for this?
Listen, they knew the minute they called the police department whether or not they wanted to pursue charges or not.
Yes, sir.
Right? Otherwise, they wouldn't have called this in if they didn't want to pursue charges.
No, of
right?
course, because it's shoplifting. Of course they would want to press charges.
So I cannot, through you into me and back to them, make any offer or give them any offer that you propose, because that would be tampering with a witness. That's a felony charge that I'm not going to be complicit in.
But what I'm saying, so I wouldn't have a chance to speak with Walmart workers or anything?
No.
So I can't even get out the car and like speak or anything?
No.
You haven't been in jail since I don't know. How much stuff equals a felony?
That is going to depend on some circumstances that I have to go in and talk to them about, and I got to do some investigating. Like I said, some of this is going to take some steps, so you got to have to be patient. All right, the other officer's going to stand out here between you and her. I'm just going to get the rest of your information so he can run you for your information. All right. What's a good phone number for you, Dontrell?
Unless, I don't know, you were playing on it. I think I gave you her debit card. It's in the trunk. Or is it here? Yeah, she's refusing to ID herself.
Well, then she'll just get another charge, and there's no way she gets released. So
ID is in my wallet.
go into the trunk and see if her ID's back there.
No, it's in my wallet in my pocket.
This pocket?
Yeah.
Is there anything else in your pocket, in your other pocket, or any other pockets on your person? Nothing? All right, watch your leg.
Sir, I can literally pay for this stuff. Like, I swear to God, I just can't be going to jail.
I literally just got here. I have to go in and talk to them, right?
Sir, please.
Listen, if I go in and they change their tune, it's a different story.
No, I know, no.
But like I told you, I cannot tell them that, hey, you want to pay for it. I cannot pass on any message.
Saying, like, you can't even like tell them like that I'll pay for the stuff.
No, that's not how this works.
So if they just say they want to press charges, then that's just it.
Huh?
So I'm saying, like, if they just say they want to press charges, then that's just it.
All right, listen. You've been honest with me up to this point about what happened, right?
Yes, sir.
You've taken ownership. I haven't asked you any questions or read you your rights. So I'm not asking you any questions, nor have I asked you any questions, except for age and stuff like that where you need to identify yourself. So the way this works is I have to do an investigation. Me and the other officer have to do an investigation, right? There are possibilities where this could be a felony.
Yes, sir.
I would say, based on what I'm looking at in the bag, if you're talking cost-wise, it may not get there. It probably won't get there.
Yes, sir.
But past history will come back to bite somebody based on how many times they've been arrested or convicted for anything. You could have never been arrested, but you could have been convicted of theft, and that'll hurt you, all right? So we have to do that part of the investigation. If it turns out that you meet criteria for an adult diversion, you could, in theory, be released from here without any further issue.
How if I don't?
So it's called adult diversion, right? There's certain criteria you have to meet. So far, you've met the criteria. I have to finish the investigation to know whether or not you meet the rest of it.
So if I meet that criteria, well, I just have to go to court or something?
You would get a piece of paper with the slip to show up to the jail. It's not, you're not turning yourself in for arrest, but you're turning yourself in admitting that what you happened, and that you're willing to work through it. And they'll probably give you like community service or something like that, and it can, in theory, go completely away. But like I said, your history, the dollar amount, and some of the other factors in this case are happy
I never
to
had this charge.
Okay, so be patient with me and the other officer while we run through this, and we'll be back to talk to you about it more. But we have to get some of this stuff underway first.
Right.
The longer I stand here talking to you, the longer it's going to take to get through this process.
As long as you talk to me, can you please like kind of help me out? We only teenagers, and we just doing this by ourselves.
Understand, age does not make a difference,
I know.
right? You are an adult regardless of how teenager you are. So everything here is based on an adult level of everything that happens. If you were a teenager, you wouldn't even be eligible for diversion. That would be an automatic arrest, right? So being an adult might end up playing to your benefit in this. I don't know because I don't have your
The
history.
only thing that happened was I went in the store and I got
Hang on, don't say any more until I go and get with him and get with Walmart, right?
just trying to work out something.
I understand.
I have a job. I can't do like
There, like I said, there's a whole process. Be patient. We'll be back to talk with you, okay? Sit tight. So we got 2 right now, so obviously we need to see whatever video you've got.
It was just a 2. I don't know who was driving.
It was an Uber driver.
That's what I figured.
So the slide and this are his.
Uber driver.
But I would imagine it's everything else that's in here is all your guys' stuff.
Yes.
So if we could get a training receipt.
I'll do that for you. This goes with this. So we can make sure. I was searching video to see.
Do we have some of the event caught on video?
Yes.
Okay. Is it both of them working together?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I have a shot of them shoving merchandise in this bag. And then I was looking, she did something over here, and then they walked. I have 3 associates at the door, and they walked right past them.
Yeah.
And then flipped them off, and then went to Verizon. So I talked to them over there. They didn't steal anything from them.
Okay.
We can only go so far in a customer,
No,
actually.
I completely understand.
You know.
Yeah, it's a heavy bag.
Way to go, Yolanda.
Was he covered up when they came in? Or were they covered up in any way?
No, I have a perfect shot of them leaving.
I have no doubt. We pulled them out of the Uber. At first, they ducked down in the back of the Uber, and I missed them initially. But there was a deputy that was behind them too. So like I could see him in the back seat. Like, okay.
Yeah, because I saw him get in the car.
Yeah.
And then I was sitting, we were on the phone. I'm like, they're in the middle lane at 66 and 4.
They just picked the wrong direction because I was coming from the south. Me and another officer were coming from the south when they were going south.
I think you want to look at video, and I'll do.
Yeah, if we just have somebody pull it.
And I'll have her do a training receipt, and I can show you.
Yep, perfect.
Okay, you do that, and then later you want to send me the email.
So the thing is, depending on what they want to say about this, they might be criteria for diversion, but it depends on how honest. One's been very cooperative, the other one's been quite the opposite. So we'll
Yeah, and
see.
as they walked away from my people on the sidewalk, they were flipping them off. My door won't stay open, so.
It's okay.
So.
So they have a grab a shopping cart.
They had a shopping cart. This was left in their cart.
Okay.
So if you look, there's their bag.
Well, it's-
Oh, just so you can see. I bet the Uber driver was scared. Here in just a second. See, they are selecting what they're going to fit in there, and then they start grabbing all these.
Who picked up on them stealing?
My cashier that was Yolanda at the service desk, the lady with the braids, she actually saw him come in with a double bag and then flagged my management, some of my team leads on him.
Okay.
So then,
So as soon as they entered, everybody was kind of paying attention to them.
yeah, because she's like, there's somebody in here, and then right here about 20 feet. That's one of my associates. Amber's already at the door. Here they come. And they ask him for a receipt, and they bolt right past him. And then we saw him get in the Uber, but for our safety, we can only go so far.
No, I mean, the fact that they didn't try and go meet their Uber somewhere else other than still in the same basic parking lot they've been in since they did it goes to show the lack of attention to detail, which, based on my brief time in the car with him, he doesn't seem to be particularly new to this, or he doesn't seem to be particularly good at this. The female, on the other hand, had a lot to say, so I have a feeling that
there they go right there.
Yeah.
And you see we're only allowed to go to the Ballards for our protection, and then they go out, and then a customer saw what was happening and actually went over there and saw them go on Verizon.
Okay.
So, because we can't leave the sidewalk.
Sure. Yeah, I worked loss prevention with Target for years, and we had the same exact.
It's all changed throughout the years in today's world. But when you send me that email, I'll write down my email address because it's really long.
So, based on the video, they are observed walking in with this empty duffel bag immediately. Okay. So somebody at the front lets management know, and a bunch of managers, and they kind of keep an eye on them as they're going through the store. Video catches them stuffing all the stuff into the bag in one specific aisle where they do most of the concealing of all the items that they selected and put into the bag. Okay. And then they grab like a bunch of other crap to throw on top of the bag, which looks totally stupid and not at all not suspicious. Apparently they go up to the front, go through past all points of sale, don't render payment, and then pick up the bag and take that back. They go up to the front, they ditch the cart with the extra stuff in it, they carry the bag out through the front doors, they just bypass all the registers. You can see 3 team members lined up telling them to stop, and they just walk right on past them, go out the front door, and then out and down to Verizon.
Oh, perfect. How much did they charge?
$83.32 for the total of everything that's in there.
All right.
So I will read him and do this whole thing. Just let me know about her QI and where we're at. But if she's got a 60, if she has a 60, just do me a favor and supplement with her arrest and your 60 for her, and then
So you're going to take the theft?
Yeah, I can take the theft.
Okay.
So I watched the video. I talked to the witness and everything like that.
And then I'll do the 60.
So just do her 60 you can just do. I'd probably supplement this report with the 60 arrest.
All right, cool.
And then you just do her Viper for the 60. And then I should be able to find it for everything else.
I got a couple bottles up here. I can give you one. All right, first and foremost, right now I've gone through, I've watched the video, I've talked to the folks here at Walmart.
They're trying to pay this, like.
They don't want any payment. Apparently there were some middle fingers thrown when you guys walked out the door, and that left.
What middle fingers were thrown?
Apparently, whatever that was on your way out the door, it left a very bad taste in their mouth. So they're not interested in any kind of payment or anything like that. Right?
Did you ask them? You said
no. I told you I cannot ask them. I cannot ask them to do anything differently than what they want to do. But the fact of the matter is, they want to pursue this case. All right. So.
That mean I'll be arrested?
Not necessarily. Like I said, there's certain criteria that you have to meet. Right now, she doesn't meet them, but you might. All right, I haven't checked you yet. So, before we do anything else, and before I ask you any questions, I have to read you your rights. Again, you're detained and you're not free to leave, so in order to ask you questions about this event, I have to do this.
Okay.
Does that mean you're under arrest? No.
Before you ask any questions, you read me, alright?
Mm-hmm.
Is there any way I can speak to her? Like,
no.
So that I can tell her if I get out ahead of time, I can call her mom?
You cannot have any conversation. You guys are co-defendants in this case.
Yes, sir.
Alright? So, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. You can decide at any time to exercise these rights and not answer any questions or make any statements. Do you understand each of these rights I have explained to you? Having these rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
What did you say?
Having your rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Yeah.
Okay. So I obviously went and reviewed the video, and I listened to you as we drove up to the location here, right? You said that if I watched the video, I would see you shoplifting, and that's accurate, right? I could see you guys making selections as you go through the store, and then you pull up in a specific aisle, and it's mostly you doing the loading, but you take turns pulling the merchandise after it's been concealed, right? What was the plan coming up to the store today?
Look.
Go ahead, man.
We have no parents. Her dad just died, my mom just died. That's where we were staying. Currently, at first we were staying at Safe Harbor. And then they told us after some amount of days that we'll have to leave. We were doing temp service to pay little hotels amount every other day. So basically we were on the streets, really. Okay. So basically what we were going to do was go to a friend's house and cook food. We have money. But that was the only one we were going to have because the friend said we were only going to be there for a day. So we were going to use that money to get a hotel. But other than that, like, I don't know what to say. Like, all I'm saying is Like, I just need a chance. Like,
So, Dontrell, I'm going to ask you the annoying cop question because I could smell it when I opened the car door of the Uber, and not on you, but on her, strong smell of marijuana.
no marijuana.
And where did that smell come from when we pulled her out of the car? Because, like I said,
There's no marijuana on us at all.
I didn't say it'd be on you, but listen, I'm not worried about drug charges, right? I'm not looking to get you jammed up with a drug charge.
But I'm saying, we literally just came from a temp search.
Airport 607.
Okay. But it wouldn't have been in her clothes or anything like that? Because, all right.
Okay, so you can check it out.
That we like to be at laundromats just chilling half of the day until we figure something out. Like where we want to sleep at and stuff like that.
The reason I ask you that, like I said, is I'm not trying to build a drug case, but if your argument is that you're coming up here and you're stealing food in the interest of survival, but somebody has access to marijuana, that ain't cheap and it ain't free, so that means
There's
that...
no access to marijuana.
Okay.
The money that I made today is still in my wallet.
Like I said, I asked you if you knew anything about it. It very well could have been on a passing car as well.
Yes, sir.
But it was more notable as I passed by her.
I don't know if...
And like I said, there's no odor on you whatsoever. So...
But what I'm telling you, it was no marijuana in either one of our possessions. I mean, when you guys go to search or anything, there's no cigar, there's no marijuana, there's no other drugs, there's nothing. Do you know, so would that amount of stuff be a felony or a misdemeanor?
No, it's a misdemeanor amount.
How much was it?
$83?
See, I can pay for that, literally. Literally, I can pay for that. I was asking her to give us a chance. Like, that's all I'm asking, sir.
Well, here's the thing.
Like, I know you're not here to listen to my story or look at it as a stop.
I guarantee you're going to want to hear the next thing I'm going to tell you. Okay. So I'm looking at I pulled up your arrest affidavits, right? And I have to confirm your eligibility. Unless dispatch comes back with some other information, you are eligible for adult diversion. All right. You have 3 prior charges. I have to look at the affidavit if it'll let me see it. It's back in 2019.
2019.
Mm-hmm. All that means is you were charged or arrested for this, but
I only been arrested twice as an adult. In juvenile, that probably was like 14, or probably like 14 years old.
Something with a cell phone in a bathroom?
A cell phone in the bathroom?
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I can't recall.
10/11/2003. That's you. It's your birthday.
But I've never been arrested for anything like that ever. I have literally 2 mugshots. That's it.
Well, I'm looking at the arrest affidavit for you. So you definitely got, at minimum, you got charged with it. Whether or not you got arrested for it, I can't say. Actually, data arrest is screened for diversion. They may have diverted this case. You may not have gotten arrested for it. They just diverted it.
But I don't even remember, like...
Well, it's neither here nor there. This charge really doesn't necessarily make any bit of a difference. I'm just telling you, you've got it, right? So, with the 3 charges you have, either you have 0 convictions or you still have stuff pending, whatever the case may be, you're eligible for the adult diversion. What that means is, because you admitted to the theft, you aren't at a felony amount of money, you have no prior thefts, from what I've heard so far, theft convictions, and everything is where it's supposed to be, I can release you on your own recognizance, but understand that comes with some specifics, right?
Yes, sir.
I'm going to release you either way, and like I said, unless I get something back from dispatch, because he's running you and her on the other line. If something comes back that we missed or that isn't listed in here, that might change. But as of right now, I'd say you're more likely than not going to get diverted. So what I have to do is print out a little piece of paper here for you, and it's going to explain the diversion a little bit to you. It's going to
saying both of them are eligible, so one of us would be arrested.
She has something else that has nothing to do with this that's going to prevent her from being eligible for diversion.
What I'm saying is, would she be arrested?
Yes. Unfortunately, that's regardless of whatever was going to happen with this case today. Even if she was eligible for diversion as well, because there's a different charge that's waiting on the back end with her and her history, she cannot be released for.
I'm just trying to give her a mom number if I can be released. Like
if you write it down on a piece of paper, I can tear it off.
It's in my phone.
You'll get your phone back, so we can get it off your phone. We can tear it off on a piece of paper and make sure it goes with her property. I didn't see if you walked back out or not.
So, as far as here, I'm just trespassed?
You're going to be trespassed from this entire shopping plaza, not just this location. There is an authorization letter on file for all of this plaza, so because a crime occurred here, and then you went across the plaza and into that business, and then loitered
outside.
Even then, right? You're loitering around a business after just committing a theft, and there was an issue with middle fingers being thrown in the parking lot.
Middle fingers being thrown.
I tried to watch the video, but I only get you going right out the door. I don't see all the way out into the parking lot, and the detail wouldn't have been good enough to show that anyway. But that was the information that was relayed to me.
We saw them standing by the door, and I clearly said on the video, I said, "We need help. We need help." She said, "Stop." I said, "Man, we need help." It's not just us doing it. It's just us out here, and we doing the best we can as it takes care. I understand, like now stealing, okay, but nobody's out here to help. It's just us. That's it. We wasn't in the right mind. I know it's wrong. I'm not going to act like it's not wrong, but we was in the wrong mindset.
They literally just got off the phone. They have no prior convictions for theft.
Neither one of them?
Neither one of them.
Okay. If I open this door, are you going to give me a hard time?
No.
It's just really, apparently it's just a really...
That's what they slammed the fuck out the door.
Apparently it's just a really crappy door then. Alright, I'm Officer Cerise, Pinellas Park Police Department. I'm the one investigating this. Alright, I've already spoken to Mr. Cox over there. I want to explain to you what's happening with him first. Alright, based on the totality of the circumstances and everything going on, he's going to be released today. Right? He meets the criteria for adult diversion. What does that mean? So what that means is, despite his past history and some of the stuff that he's had going on in his criminal life, he meets the criteria to be released.
So will he have to wait till he goes to the jail?
Nope, he's not going to go to the jail.
Okay, can you give him all my stuff? All of it? Oh, that's all I want.
So, before I do that, he said you guys share a cell phone?
Yeah, that's his phone.
So he said there's numbers on there that you might want out of there. Do you know whose numbers you might want out of the phone?
No. I'm just gonna call him. He has my card. All my cards go to him.
This card here?
My Chase card, that goes to him.
Okay.
And the phone, everything goes to him. My social, if y'all got my social ID, that go to him too.
So whatever we got to use, you want all that stuff to go to him?
Yeah. Damn, we can't.
But he said that you might have some family members' numbers in the phone that you might want. So he wanted to know if you had any specific names so we could write them down and give them to you on a piece of paper.
What's the charges?
I know you've got the warrant, so it would be the warrant and the misdemeanor theft. Okay. Not a felony misdemeanor. You have no priors. It's not over the dollar amount. And honestly, if it wasn't for the fact that you had the warrant, you'd probably be getting diverted as well. Yep.
All right. That's all as long as he ain't going, that's cool.
Okay, so you don't want me to get any numbers or anything for him? Or
no, he just tell him I'll call the phone. All he gotta do is put money on it. It's on the money's on my card. All he gotta do is put money on the phone, and I'll call the phone from the text now number.
Okay. And Miss Jones, do you have a good address?
Nope, I stay in an Airbnb.
Do you know the Airbnb off the top of your head?
It's on 62nd. It's in Pinellas City. I don't know the exact address. It's on 62nd.
Just because we're doing an investigation, breach of your rights, right? You're going to end up going to jail for a warrant anyway. You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. Can
y'all let up this window? Because I got a real bad attitude, and if somebody look at me one more time, we're going to have a problem.
Can you just put the window up, boss?
The fuck?
Roll your window up. Roll your window up. No, there you go. All right, I'm going to close it up. Try and tighten it up as much as I can, all right? You have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in a court of law. You have the right to talk to a lawyer and have him or her present with you while you're being questioned. If you cannot afford to hire a lawyer, one will be appointed to represent you. You can decide on any time to exercise his rights, not answer any questions, or make any statements. Do you understand each of the rights I've explained to you? Mm-hmm. Having your rights in mind, do you wish to talk to me now?
Okay, that's fine.
So what happened? What brought you guys all the way up here from St. Pete?
What you mean what brought us here?
So of all the Walmarts in all the county of Pinellas, you've chosen Pinellas Parks.
It's not really we chose Pinellas Park. We like live so close to here, and we were trying to we were doing this staff zone hire quest and all that.
You said you came from a temp.
We was doing temp jobs out here. So on our way back to our house, it was like we were just gonna come here because we were gonna pay our Airbnb the next day with the money that we had got on our cards from the staff zone stuff. So we just came in here, I took the bag, I put everything in it, and I walked out with it.
Well, to be fair, I watched the video and you didn't put everything in it, right? Like I said, he admitted, and the fact that he admitted is the only thing that saved him from going to jail today, right? So his honesty is as bad as it sounds.
I'm surprised, shit.
Right? It's a weird, the whole adult diversion thing is kind of a weird thing because you have to admit to the crime that you did in order for it to be eligible. Well, he did this time.
I don't know what y'all did to him.
Well, it's like I said, before we even got you two separated in other cars, you were both trying to take credit for it. So that's why I was like, well, if everybody's going to admit to it, like I said, sans the warrant, you both would have been in the same position.
I really don't, not saying I don't care about going to jail, but I already had the warrant. So, he'll be better off, getting stuff done while I'm doing my time and I can get out, then I can get a job. Because I've been on the run for a minute. And I don't feel like I should have had to go on the run because 30 days is a lot of damn days. And when I never went to jail before, that's crazy.
Since I don't have any idea, what's the warrant for?
So it's a petty theft that I had when I was 17. My father died, so his house got taken. So I was working at Domino's, and I started stealing food, and I started stealing the tips out of there. So me and my boyfriend, because his mom died right after my dad died, so we both had to live with each other. We didn't have nobody else, so we just did what we had to do for the time being.
And that's what he said.
I was 17 when I had the warrant. And they never took me to jail for it. And I went all the way to Apollo Beach. I got a job and everything. When I came back down here, we got a warrant for sleeping on the beach. We got a ticket for sleeping on the beach. That's when they told me that I had a warrant. I was like, I've never been to jail for anything, so how do I have a warrant? So I guess they put it in the system a few months later that I had committed that crime, but they never charged me with it. So I was confused at that point. So when I went to court, I'm like, they don't even bring up I ain't never had no priors. I haven't been in jail. I don't do trouble no more. I'm grown now, but I have to do what I have to do to get by. It's just I'm not finna just sit here and sugarcoat shit. I did what I did.
Well, that's the thing. Looking in the bag, it's all consumable goods, right? It's not like you stole.
I'm not coming in here to steal no damn. I'm just trying to get by.
There were no vanity items, right? It's all food. It's all drink. So, and again, that's the exact same thing that he told me. So I'm not sitting here at all trying to say that you're spinning a line.
I apologize for cussing at y'all. I got mad.
In the moment, that is not a great moment to be in. You're on a public street. Handcuffs are getting put on. Your Uber driver's freaking out. Understandable, right? So, like I said, if not for this warrant, you would have gotten the same adult version because you guys have both been honest with us, right? So you are going to have to go up to the jail for this, but this officer is going to take good care of you until the transport van gets here. I'll have him relocate to a different part of the parking lot. It's a little bit more private, maybe in the side over there, so we're not having people pass in front. Okay. So that way when the van driver gets here, you'll get a little bit of privacy since you've been honest with me, all right? I'll give you all his stuff to you.
Can you tell him he can pay the Airbnb tomorrow if he has to, but if to save money, just go with his people. That's all I want to say. Just tell him go with his people so he don't have to spend money. That's it.
Okay, so stay with his folks.
Yeah, so he can, because we already paid for the Airbnb tonight, so he's gonna be straight tonight. But tomorrow, I just wanted somebody to tell him that either go to your people, just go to your people house. Don't spend no money, go to your people house. And your dog, not your dog, but your friend Kenyan, go to his house. Somebody, not the Airbnb, because he can't do it
encourage
myself.
him to save money by not paying for another night at your Airbnb. Okay. All right, give us a few minutes. We'll get everything taken care of. I'll have him, if he hasn't started on your paperwork already, he will, and we'll get you out of here, okay? If you need anything...
Okay, you type, this not box.
Which ones? Which side?
This one.
This side. Give me a second, because I'm actually going to give you a little loose on them. Sorry.
And I got a cyst on my hand, so like the thing is kind of like, you see this?
Can I give her the numbers?
So she didn't want the number. She just said she's going to call the phone. She wants you to have the phone, which is in the bag here. She wants you to have all her stuff, ID, all that, right? So I'm going to give everything back to you. I got to run back in, grab your slide real quick, because I left it in the bag inside. And then I'm going to knock your paperwork out, get you out of there.
So what would I have to do?
I will tell you. All right, give me 2 seconds to run back inside real quick. And then...
Hey, I got one request. Can you not drop me off over here, please? Like at a bus stop or somewhere?
I'm going to take... So we're going to go around the corner of the side of the building. So you're not right out in front of the building.
Okay, thank you.
All right. 2 seconds. We're going... They're around the corner as well. All right. So we're going to go over where they are, because...
I'm still going to get for her tonight, but I don't think...
Here's the thing. You cannot have any conversation with her. Again, you're co-defendants. Yeah. So until she calls you from the jail, you cannot have any contact with her. If you try and talk with her in front of me or in front of us, it'll be tampering with a witness. All right? That'll put you right back in cuffs. That'll put you into jail with her. Trust me when I tell you, I offered everything. She was actually very cooperative, very nice with me. We talked about it. She wanted me to pass on a message to you. Yeah. That message is about the Airbnb. She said you're paid up for tonight, but she wanted me to encourage you to try and save money by staying with your people in lieu of going for the Airbnb for another night. So that was the message she asked me to pass on to you. So you can take that how you will. Tell you where to go and what you have to do. Once you get up there, you just check yourself in. It's not like you're not going up there and volunteering to be arrested, but if you go up there and they ask you like, hey, the charge on here says retail petty theft, did you do this? You go, no, I didn't. They're going to kick the case back to me and they're going to have me put out a warrant for you. So that's the whole point of this, right? The whole point of this was the honesty part where you admitted to it. Because you're honest and you admitted to it, that's why you're eligible in the first place. If you go up there and change your mind, and I've had somebody do that, they send me an email and say, hey, this person's not eligible, they didn't admit to it, and then I have to put a charge back in. It's so
what would the adult eventually go to jail later on?
No. So the way adult diversion works is if you complete the community service or whatever it is that they give you, then this will be wiped clean from your record. You won't even show, if you go to get a government job, they'll probably dig deep and show that you had an adult diversion and a possible charge for theft. Yeah. But the reality is you never actually get charged with the crime. It's the reason this was created is for people who like yourself and like her, because if she didn't have a warrant, she'd be eligible for this as well. So I don't know what her warrant was for, but she knows of it. That's why she was trying to take credit for what happened today, was because she knew she had the warrant and that she didn't want you to have to suffer if she just had to suffer alone. That was the whole point of that whole thing. But if she didn't have the warrant, you'd both be walking on a diversion. I mean, the fact of the matter is you both explained everything the exact same way. You went in here and the only things you took were consumable goods. So the idea that you're only doing this to survive and feed yourself and all that.
Yeah, I'm telling the truth. I mean, right. That's the only thing I was doing. I don't just go around stealing.
Come on, man. And your slide's in the bag on top of my car, so you can just rip it open and pull it out. Do me a favor, just lean forward a little bit. Get these cuffs up. Just take that and put it on your head for me. Just put that one up on your head for me. Thank you. Alright, you can go to the front of the car, your phone's over there, as well as that slide bag. Feel free to tear it open, grab your slide out, and let me get your other stuff. Normally I'd seize the bag as evidence, alright? So normally I'd just seize this bag as evidence, but I took photos of it. Your driver's license is in there, her credit card's there, and then your wallet's in there. You want this back? You don't want your wallet, your ID, all that stuff?
No, I'm saying the bag.
Alright. So everything you've got there, that piece of paper, that's the one I'm talking about. Take that with you up to the courthouse, let them know you're there for adult diversion. If you don't make it up there before that date, they're going to tell you to they're going to kick it back to me, and it'll end up going as a warrant. So please get that please get up there before the 16th, or 16th. What did I say?
Yeah.
Whatever date's on there in the time. Get there before then, so that way they don't jam you up. All right. Do you have any questions for me? All right. All the other things involving her, just reach out. You can reach out to the jail, reach out to whoever you need to.
Wait, where's her ID?
She had to take it with her.
Oh, they had to do that?
So it's a crime for you to be in possession of her ID.
Did she get it back?
Yep, I gave it back to her. So when I gave her that phone number you asked me to give her, I gave the phone number with her ID back to her. So anytime just understand something. If you get stopped by cops with all that stuff in your wallet that has her name on it, you can get jammed up for that, right? She may have given you permission, but you can still catch a charge or possibly get arrested between now and the time they can prove it if they can't reach out to her to verify that you're supposed to have possession of those things. So I gave her the ID back, because being in possession of somebody else's ID is also a bad idea, right? So anytime you're out with somebody, just let them carry their own stuff, and be very careful about taking their stuff with them. If you don't have have them write your permission and sign it if they're gonna let you take over their stuff or hold on to it, all right? So that way you don't get jammed later on. Other than that, if you got no other questions, man, you're free to go.
Whoa, what y'all gonna do with the bag? Use that as evidence?
I mean, normally I would submit it as evidence. If you don't want it, that's what I'm gonna do. It'll get submitted as evidence in this case. You're just using the commission of a crime.
Nah, I'll keep it in.
No.
I'm just looking at the doors.
That's what I'm saying. You can get it back after the fact. It's going to go up for evidence.
Oh, you saying? Oh, I can't get it back right now?
You can get it back when this case is over, but not at the moment.
I thought you were saying if I get it, then it won't be used as evidence.
No, regardless, I have photos of it, so even if I did give it back to you, I could, but in the interest of the fact that this was used, it's technically evidence in the case. So. All right, you have any questions?
No, you good.
Good to go, man.